One of our fans requested that we make one of his favorite drinks, which is why this week we'll be making the Bloody Mary. From Durham, North Carolina, you're watching Cocktails Under Quarantine. My name is Suzanne. The Bloody Mary is best known as being a brunch drink, but we think that it's delicious, enjoyed any time of the day. I'm going to be making a double recipe, but this recipe can easily be scaled up or down according to your preference. So first, let's start by making the Bloody Mary mix. And this is non-alcoholic, which is great because you can make it, it's tasty on its own, and if you have guests that don't drink alcohol, they might just enjoy the Bloody Mary mix on its own. So we're going to start with a lemon and a lime. And I'm gonna roll it because when you roll your citrus a little bit, it makes it easier it maximizes the juice that you can get out of it. And I'm gonna squeeze it using my squeezer here. And I'm gonna show you a little trick. Take your lemon and just cut off a little bit on the top and the bottom, and that'll give you a flat spot, and that'll make it easier to squeeze it in the squeezer. So you can put it cut side down, but you've got this like nice flat surface here. I think the squeezer really helps you get all the juice out. Now we'll do one lime. Again, cut the very ends off. All right. In they go. I'm just squeezing it right into this Pyrex mixing glass, which will make it really easy to add all of our ingredients. I'd actually never had a Bloody Mary before, so I'm glad that I had an excuse to try it because it is very tasty. All right, so we've added our citrus. The next thing we're going to add is our Worcestershire sauce. And we're going to add 2 teaspoons. And then we're going to add a teaspoon and a half of prepared horseradish. So that's this stuff. You can grate your own if you want, but I think the store-bought stuff is fine. So give your Bloody Mary some nice zesty kick. I'll add a half teaspoon. There we go. And next we're going to add a teaspoon of kosher salt. Okay. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of celery salt, which will give it a nice kind of vegetal flavor. And of course add some saltiness. Bloody Mary mix could actually make a really good sports drink because with the ice, without alcohol, it's kind of got all the electrolytes you need after you exercise. Okay, and then we're gonna add 3/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper. And I like to buy my pepper whole and then just grind it up as I need it. Keeps it fresher. Alright, there you go. Alright, so we've added everything into our Pyrex mixing glass, and we're just going to give it a nice stir. So just get everything nice and combined. Okay. Can you get me some cubed ice? Thanks. I forgot the cubed ice, but my handy assistant's going to get it for me. Thanks. So, okay, and so got everything in here, and we're just going to top it off with a 1.5 cups of tomato juice. You can hear the ice maker going. All right. I knew I forgot something. Forgot my ice. Thank you. All right. So, we've got our tomato juice in here. It's just regular tomato juice. Just let's give this a nice stir to combine. All right. Want to make sure all that salt is dissolved. All right. Perfect. All right. So let's get serving. So I'm gonna take, I'm gonna use pepper vodka. This is Stolichnaya. And if you have just regular vodka, that's fine. You can add, regular vodka, you may want to add a teaspoon or 2 of Tabasco sauce and give it some kick, but I figure this has got a fair bit of kick as it is, so I didn't add any Tabasco sauce to mine. So I'm gonna add 1.5 ounces of my pepper vodka. Let's get that in here. And then add some ice. I've got my cubed ice that my cameraman kindly got for me. Always seems to stick in there every single episode, no matter what I do. Okay, and then so we've got the vodka in here. Just give it a little stir, and then we're gonna add our Bloody Mary mix just to top it up. Beautiful. All right, so we'll just give this a nice stir just to gently combine. And then the traditional garnish for a Bloody Mary is celery stalk. And people these days tend to add just a ton of stuff to their Bloody Mary. You know, they get really elaborate. If you want to get really elaborate and add, pickles and olives and, I don't know, a hot dog, whatever makes you happy. But for me, I think I'm just going to add celery, because doesn't it look pretty? It's like a little green tree in there. And there you have it, folks. You got the Bloody Mary. It's gonna be super delicious. Let's take a taste. It's really good. It's got the brightness of the citrus. It's certainly salty and tomatoey, and just a really good zesty drink. I really like it. I think the reason people tend to suggest using it for brunch is it's a great savory food accompaniment. So if you're having biscuits and eggs and sausage and that sort of thing, this is a perfect accompaniment. I wouldn't have this with sweet breakfast foods like pancakes. So anyway, that's it, folks, for this week. I hope that you've enjoyed this week's episode, and as always, stay safe and drink responsibly.